The Walt Disney Company, founded by Walt and Roy Disney, celebrated the 100th anniversary for all the stuff they made, from the movies to the TV shows that we all know and love, grew up watching. And then they also bought the company, the newer people who found the CEOs. They bought some other companies like National Geographic, Star Wars, Fox News, and some other stuff. And also publishing stuff like Bluey, which, Bluey, the dog family, the Healers, which there's the older sibling, Bluey, which is she's the older sister, while Bingo is the younger one. And then there's the dad, Bandit, and then the mom, Chili. And it's based in Australia, published by Ludo Studios in Brisbane, Australia. Family friendly for everyone to enjoy. There's a thing parts that kids can enjoy, and then there's parts that adults can relate to and also enjoy off that. However, the Daily Wire, a political talk show, had heard about the 100 years anniversary, and they decided to make a thing called Bentkey, which is an entertainment streaming platform, which is after the Daily Wire Plus, only currently available in USA. So who is the Daily Wire? Yeah. The Daily Wire is a Republican Party supporting talk show in consisting of the CEO Jeremy Boring, who is also known for his products that he made that to counter other companies that against that support Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ. And then there's like the main talkers, Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Candace Owens, and their youngest member, 22-year-old Brett Cooper. So all of them voted for Donald Trump, or is supporting the Republican Party, and are against anything that is deemed the Democratic Party, or don't, or middle party. So anything middle ground or Democrat, they don't like to talk. They will talk ill about it. So Bentkey was it was invented on the same day, 100-year anniversary. And the first dirty thing they ever did was create something called Chipchilla. That looks like this. Notice how it looks awfully familiar to Bluey. This is Bluey. So what they're trying to do here is trying to imitate the design and the characters. So they're trying to with pastel kind of style, but the kids are similar. Chilla is the older sibling, and then there's like a younger sibling, and then there's the mom, and then there's the dad reading the newspaper in the back, which Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh shared it, and they were advertising Bentkey. We're better than Disney, whatever that Disney had been releasing in the recent couple of years. So they were like slandering that. So the parents, the mom voiced by the former Broadway actress Laura Osnes and actor and culture warrior Rob Schneider as the dad. And then in the advertisement, if you hear it, the music is very similar to Bluey. And they even do stuff like this. Notice how sort of the mom and the dad, for reference. Oh wait, but there's the kids. Most likely Chip, and then there's the sibling, and then wait a second, is that Muffin? If you have ever watched Bluey, even like the shorts that has been shared on YouTube or Facebook or whatever you end up seeing Bluey, you know that the closest friend, or one of the closest friends of Bluey and Bingo is Muffin. And they're imitating that. They are imitating that. So the Daily Wire and the Bentkey can be called out for this. They can be called out for this. People saw this and they were like, that's a copy. And while all the characters are dogs in Bluey, the chinchillas are the ones that are the characters in this ripoff show. Well, chinchillas are native to South America, although people are keeping it as pets or they're in zoos and everything. So Jeremy Boring made this statement saying, kids go to school for 40 hours a week and then they engage in pop culture for 40 or more hours every week. That means for 80 hours of a child's week, you are turning them over then to the left. A good parent might spend 15 minutes a day in meaningful conversation with kids. A great parent might take their kid to church for 1 hour, or 2 hours, or 3 hours a week. The other 80, they're watching Disney, they're online, they're in public schools. And that release of Bentkey was the reason Jeremy Boring claimed that pushes all the worst excess of the woke left and the Disney public opposition to Florida's parental rights and education measure, also known as the Don't Say Gay law. And kids, not every kid is interested in what goes on in the social media. And remember, not every problematic thing that is happening in the world in USA is caused by the Democratic Party. It's also caused by the Republican Party. And people are so focused on go Trump, go Biden, instead of how can we make this issue that's brought by the two parties and merge it, meet in the middle, and how can we solve this to make USA a better country to live in? Because the USA has been known for a lot of bad things, even like tourists are like inconsiderate, all about me, expect everyone to know English. And it's not Disney that's causing all the problems. Also, what you might be watching on television could also make you stupid, as people have said. And it's not just Disney that's been doing it. Nickelodeon's been doing it. Remember the SpongeBob days. And then also Cartoon Network had they made some spin-offs of the original. They made them remakes, and people have said that they would rather prefer the original Teen Titans instead of the Teen Titans Go. And then there's also some accusations about how people, the priests at church, are grooming kids. And while some members of the Daily Wire are religious, you can't force religion on everyone. And while he said in the statement, Bentkey is about teaching kids politics, about childhood, wonder, and adventure. It's about the values and all the things that which politics are built later. And yet, the Daily Wire is famously known for Republican Party stuff. And when the people over at Daily Wire shared the Bluey ripoff, one person said, from the 6 episodes I've watched, I can say the worst sin Chick-Chilla commits it to be a bit dull, at least for this adult. If it's a mission, this is suspected to take Bluey's winning formula and put a conservative Western, it's subtle. And the people over at Ludo Studios in Brisbane, they have not replied to any copyright claims, although this is a copyright. But wait, there's also some other people that also tried to copy up Disney. And no, it's not the producers who have worked in Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney or HBO. There was this thing called the Dingo Channel. And no, not the Dingo Channel from iCarly. When in the original iCarly episode where the Dingo Channel people are in the boardroom trying to come up with ideas we can steal from iCarly. And then iCarly people who crew show up and then force them to not copy us ever again. And there was also some hints about what happened to Walt Disney, but so they made an imitation for that in that episode. But there was actually a Dingo channel that was imitating when they started the Disney Channel. So they were literally copying anything that Disney was creating off Disney Channel. And Walt Disney Studios people found out about it, so they had to sue them. So the Dingo Studios, the people, they gave up. Because they copied someone else's work. And of course, you wouldn't like it if someone was literally tracing over your work, or they would look at what you did, take notes of it, make a production, similar storyline, characters look sort of different, but it's the same thing. That's copyright infringement. And we can be sure that we can hold the Daily Wire accountable for copyright infringement for trying to imitate Bluey, a family-friendly show. And this is being done by a political talk show people that don't know how to do entertainment. And the fact that the Daily Wire Plus people are trying to stream and next year Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, with their version called Snow White versus and the Evil Queen, which Brett Cooper is going to be playing Snow White, and she actually fits the description because of all the actresses who have played Snow White or voiced Snow White have been white, Caucasian. So she fits the description. So, and this was coming right after the Rachel Zegler issue, which had been scrapped and may show up in theaters next year by Disney. And there's no note on who's going to play the Seven Dwarves and who's going to play the Evil Queen, and of course it can't be Candace Owens. Otherwise, the Daily Wire would be going against their wishes of stick to the script. Although they're literally copying someone else's work. So if someone from the Daily Wire is watching this, they should really just scrap it. And if they're going to do content on Bentkey, they better make original content and stop copying other people's work. Because also, especially the stuff about AI these days, especially during the media, whether you're a singer or DJ, and you won't be copying your beats, and you'll be trying to imitate your voice to trying to make some song up, and people are going to be looking up on YouTube or SoundCloud, and they want to be like, ooh, this sounds pretty hip. I wonder if actually this person actually made this, and it doesn't show up. And then the musician like, we didn't make that. Or if you're an actor or actress and you did not give your permission for your voice or you to be featured in the media production that you did not agree to. Because we also have AI as a factor these days. And the Daily Wire needs to be held accountable for copyright infringement. Because if the Dingo Channel people got caught for copying what was on the Disney Channel, which if the production like High School Musical, which originally starred Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens and some other people, and it was like a remake of it, but it was under the Disney label. That's different. Because there's High School Musical, the musical, but with new actors and actresses. And it's under the Disney Channel brand. Of course, they're not going to bring Wizards of Waverly Place because there's only one Selena Gomez and she rocked it. But this was also secondly published by Disney, not just Ludo Studios over in Brisbane, Australia. And when there has been people who have tried to steal stuff, even soundtracks that were on movies by Disney or Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. And guess what happened? Lawsuit. So if you want to support the real people, continue watching Bluey because they're awesome. Everything that comes out of every single episode is pretty fun. No matter what your age is, and even parents can admit it. I'll rather to stay up late watching Bluey because there's stuff in it that I watch that my kid wouldn't be. I wouldn't want to have my kids asking everything what that mean. So don't support the Daily Wire because they don't know how to make media productions. How to talking political. Support the real people, not the copycats.